What is up, YouTube? Spencer K here, and we are back for episode 26. Holy cow, it is moving. I am recording this. We may be aiming for one video a week for the near future, guys. I got some stuff going on. I'm trying to buy a home. I'm in the process of trying to buy a home. I've been trying to do so for quite a while. We may have officially done it. I will keep you guys posted with that. But it's going to be hard to, have a kid on the way, move into a new home, and there's another thing that happened last week that I haven't made public yet. I don't know if we will, but it sucked. Made it a pretty stressful week. So we're gonna aim for one video a week. I'm sure that's okay with you guys. If I can fit two, I absolutely will. I am just not super confident in my ability to be able to fit 2 videos per week, at least for the next month or two. But we'll play it by ear, man. You guys have been awesome so far. Once again, thank you all for the support and all that good stuff. But we are pretty much picking up where we left off. We're still working on this northern village. I realized when I was editing episode 25, I called this the bird village. This is going to be the actual fruit village. This is going to have the kiwi trees up here because I can just expand the village and make kiwi trees. Down here is going to be the bird village because it's in the middle of the forest. I don't want to knock down an entire forest and then replant it. There's no forest up here, so I could just go ahead and start planting now. So that's kind of the plan. The problem, we have yet to acquire the kiwi fruit. Now, there's a couple of routes we could take. One is going to be use the lag spike. I'm just kidding. It's definitely laggy. We're going to harvest all of these other fruits. This is unrelated to what I'm getting at, but we're going to harvest these other fruits for now, just so when we do want these trees, we have them, and we don't have to go running around like an idiot trying to find some. But that is essentially what we're going to do today. We're going to run around like an idiot and try to find the kiwi tree, the kiwi plant. The kiwi, it may not even actually, I haven't even looked it up. I've been looking at trees. It doesn't even grow on a tree. This whole time, episode 25 goes public tomorrow in real life when I'm recording this. So I'm actually recording this before 25 goes public. The kiwi is a plant. This whole time I thought it grew on trees. Is that for real? Okay. I did not know that. I just kind of thought, you know, it dawned on me. I was like, what if it's not even a tree? What if that's why I can't find it? Okay. So that's progress. That kind of helps us, I guess. Huh. Well, I feel pretty stupid now. Where can it spawn, though? Okay, so this whole time I've been thinking about kiwi trees. I mean, that makes me feel like an absolute clown. I feel really, really stupid because this whole time I've been saying kiwis grow on trees, and that's not the case, like, at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. But it works out because this village is basically just a plains biome. So we can just knock down all this grass and then just plant kiwis here. So it still works out. This village will still be the kiwi village. I have no clue why I thought kiwis grew on trees. I do not know. I've never made a kiwi farm, I guess. So that's new to me, but okay. I make fun of me, I guess, in the comments. I feel really, really stupid. Can I restart this video? Doesn't matter. Episode 25. I spent the entire time thinking that they grew on trees, so there's pretty much no saving it now. But we're going to go ahead and find a home. Objectives for today, we're going to start the kiwi farm. So we need to get some kiwis, start the kiwi farm, start expanding that. It's going to take quite a while. But we're also going to, I think, build one more villager house. And then maybe move the village this direction a little bit more. Just a little bit more if I can. Somewhere like over here-ish. And then we are going to put a fence around the entire village. There's a couple more buildings I can rework, but that's probably going to be the plan for the episode. I need to stop talking and get going. And actually, let's go ahead and start this episode by grabbing a couple of chests. I'm going to make this blacksmith my impromptu home. I don't know what the correct terminology would be there. But yeah, we're going to make this our home. Does it have the blacksmith? No, okay, it doesn't yet. I'm going to have to move out whenever I put that up there. But let me go ahead and put all the modded materials or the ores and stuff up here for now. I'm going to keep all the fruits up here. There we go. I got a little bit of inventory space back. So now what we're going to do is, I guess, kind of gamble with these shaded gardens. And because I'm not entirely sure which garden kiwis spawn in. And, oh, I guess it has to be on actual dirt. Okay, so let's bounce over to here. Yep, there's some actual dirt right here. Let's see. Do kiwis spawn in this one? Nothing yet. I don't know which ones kiwis spawn in is the problem. I'm going to have to guess it's not the windy garden. It may be the soggy and it may be the shaded. Let's just put a couple of each down. Let's grab 6 of each like that. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to put one down here. We're going to put one down here. We're going to let those grow. And I'm going to step over to here. Mine as much grass as I can like that. And we're going to put all of these down and see what we get from them. Let's start out here with the soggy gardens. And I do not see a kiwi. I have just completely filled up my inventory with all this food. It's getting a little obnoxious. I'm not going to lie. But all right, let's try the shaded gardens now. Do we get anything from those? And no, I was able to pick everything up. And still no kiwis. Okay. Not a good start for the kiwi farm. I think we just go back home real quick because I have more gardens at home. I think we just do an inventory drop-off because my inventory is getting very full and I have more gardens there. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go home real quick. Alrighty, the inventory is kind of sorted. I'm going to go ahead and place the rest of these gardens down. And let's just see if we just did not get lucky and if the kiwi is still a part of this. We'll go ahead and pick it all up. And it looks like no kiwis there. And if it is not in this garden, or it obviously wasn't in the last garden, so if it's not in this one, we know it's not in the windy garden, then we know there's another garden out there that we have yet to acquire that it may be in. And I still do not see it. I'm not able to pick everything up, but I don't see it on the ground. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop off all these new vegetables and fruits that I just got. And then we are going to go and try to find that other garden. So there are a couple of methods for what we want to do. Now, we've attempted the windy garden, does not work. We've attempted the soggy garden and the shaded garden, none of those work. I think we have some of the frost garden somewhere as well. I don't know if we found an arid garden, but I don't think it's going to be that. This is desert, that's more snow biome. I think what we're looking for is a tropical garden. Now, we're going to go and try to find that in a tropical place. We might have passed it and I just did not notice. That could be the case. And I think that's worth a shot. Now, there is another way to acquire kiwis if this does not work. I just have to craft a market, place it down, and then I could trade with the villager emeralds for seeds. Now, that is kind of a last resort scenario. I don't want to go in any more debt than I already have to with the villagers. And I think it'd just be overall better to go and find that garden anyway. I don't have any. I do not have any of those gardens. So we're on the hunt for tropical gardens. Now, there are a couple ideas here. We could go back down here, and I mean, there are areas kind of close. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think maybe our best bet would be to go back towards spawn, and I think that's going to be the case because we have a jungle. Where am I? Where am I? Here I am. Here I am. Yeah, I have a jungle right up here. Nope, that's redwoods. Yeah, okay, let me change my mind here. We're going to go back towards spawn because there is a jungle. There is a lot of swampy biomes. I feel like that is the area where we will have some success. Yeah, see, there's some swamp there. We could probably teleport up to one of these 3 villages here and then just proceed south because this is all swamp and stuff. While we're there, we might as well go ahead and explore a couple more chunks here, or some of this map that we have not been to yet. So I think that's just going to be the overall best method. It saves us a couple of emeralds. Yes, it'll take a little bit longer, but with the power of editing, you'll never know. So we are good to go. Let me go ahead and follow here. And oh yeah, look at that. We are so close. We're in the our second village here. Yep. Right back here in the second village. So we're just going to go ahead and bounce in this direction. And I think winter is over. I think all of this ice should be melting off here. Actually, I have a clock. And yeah, it's the middle of springtime, so all of this ice should be melting. Yep, it is. It's slowly melting. Yep, you can see it kind of disappear in front of me here. So that's good. Winter is officially over. We've survived, what, are we at 3 or 4 winters now? I mean, we've had several winters now, and, you know, they weren't as big of a deal as we thought they would have been, which is good, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Could have been a lot harder. Now, here's kind of a situation here. There's 4 villages, and look how close these 4 villages are. Actually, we could probably come back and make these 4 villages hate each other too. Just like World War Village, right? Just keep it going. We could make the Axis and the allies of the villagers. I think that would be pretty funny. Nomad has failed to find a way to the village. not super good. Where are the villages that I am working on? Okay, that's really strange that I have not filled out all this map. That is kind of annoying when I zoom out. I just realized how much of the map I have not filled out. That is kind of annoying. These are really close, but if you look how close these two villages are, they're not a whole lot. I mean, they're slightly closer, not a whole lot more than these four villages. Honestly, these four villages are closer on average, and all four of them are functioning. So I don't know why the two villages down there are fighting with each other, but we'll move the town halls a little bit further away. And then, yeah, we're going to come up here and do the same thing with these four villages. I think that'd be fun. Just keep all the villages and make them all hate each other. I think two of them are dead. I think two villages have lost all of their villagers. A third one's pretty dang close because those are the four villages that we found when we started this series. So obviously they're struggling a little bit more. All right, one more bounce and we should be in the swamp. We are on the hunt for tropical gardens. Now, should a swamp have it? I would hope so. Will it? Probably not, because we're looking for it. That's kind of how this series has gone. If we needed something, it is going to be as hard as possible to find. And no, yes, this jungle consists, or sorry, the swamp consists of soggy gardens, so it does not look like we're going to find any. Doesn't mean there's not any in here. They just may be a lot rarer. I'm going to go with there's none in here, though, so we're going to just kind of bounce through. There is a jungle near spawn. If you guys remember episode 1, I had to get through a jungle, and I just have not been back since, so it is possible. This is why I hate these biomes, man. I just cannot get through this thing. I am struggling. I am knocking my head on everything possible. And it is getting annoying. Now, let's look at the map, right? Because I wanted to fill out the map. That's kind of why I'm going this direction. Let's bounce this way to make sure we fully fill it out. And by filling out the map, we found another dungeon. So, I mean, that's something. We didn't get nothing out of this. Okay, I think that is the jungle directly behind me here. And it is. Cool. That is the jungle. I don't think we've been back since episode 1, to be honest with you. We had such a bad time in this jungle episode 1. Also, it wasn't just the jungle's fault. It was also kind of the blood moon on night 1 that screwed us, and we kind of got stuck in here, and it just was not a fun time. But we're officially back. Yeah, 26 episodes, I guess, if you don't count the 2 episodes. So 26 episodes until we made our return. That's a long time. Now, another problem, though, that I wasn't really thinking about is I mined a lot of gardens when I was here last time. But that doesn't matter. Here they are. 3 tropical gardens, just like that. Holy cow, are you kidding me? It was that easy? There we go. We got them. Now, just because we have the gardens doesn't mean that they're going to drop the kiwi. So I don't want to just mine all the gardens we find. Let's go ahead and grab a couple like we just did. And we'll hold on to them. I see more over there. And then we'll go ahead and get an actual farm going for these guys. Oh, gosh. You know what? I was here to get all the gardens, but let's just run away. Let's go over there. Let's get every single garden we can find. Yep, here is another one. So we'll go ahead and grab it. Oh, there's a few of them. See, this biome has 2 types of gardens. It has the shaded. It has 3. It has the soggy, shaded, and tropical. So that's kind of cool. That's what I was thinking is different biomes have different gardens, and some of them can have multiple, but the other biomes didn't appear to want to have the tropical one. I'm glad I remembered this place. Whoa, that is a very pretty flower. That is unique. But already, I think I have enough tropical gardens where I could start a good farm. Let's go ahead and find a few more and see if we can mine them and get a kiwi out of them. That would be pretty cool. Alrighty, here's one. And no kiwi yet. I'll keep the potato seeds. I'm actually using them over at the village. Oh, there's an ocelot right there. That's kind of cool. But I saw another garden over here somewhere. Where did it go? Here it is. It was hiding. Still no kiwi, and I think I just saw a mosquito. That's kind of creepy. I don't like knowing that there's just mosquitoes buzzing around me, even in game, you know. It's like it doesn't affect me in real life. They just make me uncomfortable. Mosquitoes are icky. They're no fun. Alrighty, we slept the night away, and we're still kind of exploring. There's a ton of pigs here. Whoa, that's a tipped over tree. That's kind of cool. I don't see a whole lot of gardens in the jungle itself. They were just kind of on the edge of the jungle, which is going to make our job a little bit more difficult. I have not found a ton of gardens, and they just may be buried as well. Yeah, so I am not seeing any more gardens. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to bounce all the way back to the villages we are working on and we'll just get a garden farm going. We'll place some of those gardens down, let them kind of grow and expand, and then we'll slowly chip away until one of them gives us a kiwi. Alrighty, we are back at the village. Let's go ahead and go back to the kiwi villages. Let's go ahead and grab all of those gardens, and we are going to plant all of them over here. We got to be careful because once again, they're gardens, and we know very well that these villagers love to get stuck in them. So let's go ahead and mine these two up just to keep them out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and we'll do 5 of these down. We'll put 5 down. We'll keep 3 just in case, because I'd really hate for something to happen and we lose them all. But 5 of them are down. Let's go ahead and go do something else for now. We'll come back, but let's let these grow a little bit. I think the best thing we could do right now is actually expand the village. We were talking about it. We want to move the town hall. Let's just go ahead and start planning for that. So what we are going to do is grab all the material that we need in order to do this. And I'm just going to do it, and I'll cut it like last time. It's nothing super entertaining, so I'll be back when we're done. Already on second thought, I think this is a better location for the farm to start. I did build this structure right here. I don't know, like, even if I built the structure, it's what, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. Like, I don't know, it'd be like the front door would be right here. So I don't think it'd do a ton. I just think the villages are just kind of fighting with each other. The other ones are functioning. I don't know why these two aren't. I could move the other one a little bit further away. This one's pretty much good where it is, though. It is nighttime. I have to sleep, and then after that, we will go and check out our gardens and see how much progress they've made. All right, we put 5 down, and there's a little bit more than 5, I guess. Let's go. Oh, we got a kiwi. First one, there we go. We got a kiwi. Let's go ahead and mine that one. That'll be a winner. No, it won't. We'll mine those as well. So we still have 4 down, but we were able to mine 4. We got 2 kiwis so far. This is the start of it, guys. Here it is. This is the start of the farm. It is going to be awesome. And I think we just build it with the terrain. This is going to be kind of sketchy because I'm going to be using some of the village's land, like all this land they'd be using for trees and whatnot. But I think I'm just going to block it off with a fence like this and just make it not accessible to the villagers. I know, kind of an oxymoron, but they can't use it. So I don't really want them to access it and start breaking the kiwi crop. So what we're going to do, yeah, that may make it a little bit more difficult as well with him coming and going. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to block off everything north of this road here, and this is all going to be kiwi farm. We'll have their normal farms and their tree farms over here still. I won't do the entire village, but we are officially going to start the kiwi farm. Alrighty, before we get too far, let's actually test and make sure that you can plant the kiwi directly onto the ground. My hoe is just about done. It's just about used up. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind as well. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and place that there. And, okay, we can place it in this ground. I was worried because it's silty grass, not normal grass. So I was a little concerned that it wasn't going to grow here and that I was doing all this for nothing. But nope, we are good to go. So let's grab our... Oh, there they are, our oak wood slabs. Went ahead and covered that up, and now we got our kiwis growing. Now, another problem is they only grow during certain seasons, and I did not check. I guess we can look it up here, right? Summer. So, good news, bad news. They're not going to grow yet. It is not quite summer. Now, good news, summer is right around the corner. We are about halfway past spring. So, what that means is, honestly, perfect timing. We're going to grind. We're going to get these gardens going because they'll drop more kiwis for us. But we have to bust our ass and make sure that this place is ready to start mass producing kiwi once summer hits. Because once summer hits, we got to go full speed. And the best way we can do that is just get all the water buckets down, cover them up with slabs, and then till the ground. And if we can get that done by the time summer hits, we should be good to go. Uh-oh. That's not good. I guess we're gonna take a quick break and go check out the mines. Yeah, shoot. Oh, I hope they don't die. I really hope they don't die. They're probably going to. Are you Phoebe? No, that's Randy. Whoa! You're going far. Oh, shit. They dug right into a fucking dungeon, dude. Oh, God. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna have to change some of our plans. that is that is the opposite of good. That is bad. That is really bad. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. This is an easy fix. Super duper easy fix here. Oh. So there's water in that direction, so they no longer want to go in that direction. That's what's going on there. So what we can do is we can place a mine shaft. Oh, yep, yep. All right. Don't forget to make the indentation. You have to make the indentation. There you go. So they can officially go that way. We can mine this item frame. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to bump it up. We'll bump it up one level. And then that should make these two miners... Yeah, go in this direction. That should work. I was making sure. As long as there's an indentation... Yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you have to stagger it. Let's just double check. Let's go ahead and put that there. I think you have to stagger it like this. Oh, god damn it. I just said I had to do that. Okay, yeah, we got two working mine shafts, and they're going to go in that way. Hopefully away from the dungeon. I was a little concerned about the dungeon. Oh god, it's nighttime too now. Crap. There are a lot of moving parts in this village right now. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I do not have the time or the ability to do everything at this moment. We are trying our best, though. The Kiwi farm, funny enough, isn't really one of the biggest priorities, but it is cool. And look at this fence I put up here, where I'm not going to allow the villagers to go to the Kiwi farm, but it's actually keeping all the mobs out as well. So that's cool. That's good news. Alrighty, my inventory is way too full. I am having a hell of a time right now trying to keep up. We got ourselves another nomad, essentially, another traveler here. I would like to hire this man. I really would. I guess I could. I could hire him. As much as I want to, I'm going to hold off for now. I'd like the village to be safe before I just start hiring a bunch of people. I went ahead and counted how many emeralds I've spent on this village, and so now I know like what the village is in debt to me for. Like I up here 84. So I did do the math. There's 84 emeralds that the village owes me. I have spent 84 emeralds on this village. To get it to where it currently is, I would like to start trading more with the trader to get some of those emeralds back before I start investing a lot into the village, because if they all die, if the village isn't safe, if it isn't protected, you know, if it's not going to provide me with any emeralds, I don't want to invest a ton of emeralds, go bankrupt to the point where I lose all my emeralds, and then I can't go to another village and, you know, try to do it the correct way. But so far, knock on wood, things have been going pretty well. So I'm hoping that is the case, and we'll get our money back. Okay, it gave me 3 more kiwis. Wow, and it took a while to do that. Out of all those plants I just broke, only 3 kiwis is kind of insane. But all right, that is 3 more kiwis. Can I just... Oh, I sure can. I could just plant them as is. Alrighty, I am back. I have done a lot, and I will show you at some point, but you can see this little brown line going across most of the village. That is a fence. I'm about halfway done with the fence, maybe just under. I got the road, or the path going all the way to one edge. I'm kind of working on the other one. There's a lake in the way, so I may stop there. There's 2 or 3 nomads, and I think it's time I invest in something. I've realized, well, wait a minute. I don't know. These are all farmers. And there's more farmers over here. We have plenty of farmers, but I came over here to the potato farm and it, like, nothing was harvested. So they all have potatoes, though. So that is a little funky. I was going to go ahead and invest in some more. Yeah, there's even more coming over there. There's at least 2 over there. I thought that, yeah, 2 or at least 1 more there. So we got 3 or 4 nomads. I guess, yeah, there's another. So we got four-ish at least. I think we buy some farmers and maybe some more lumberjacks and see what we can do with that. Now, I am in the wrong building. I have to go over to here. Hopefully, it's not too expensive, though. That's kind of the problem, is I don't want to spend too much money. Lumberjacks are only 3. How much are farmers? Farmers are 3. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and invest. We'll do 21. We'll do 21 more emeralds. Go ahead and throw that into there. Let's go ahead and get some farmers. We'll do 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go ahead and grab some more lumberjacks. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 21 emeralds. And yeah, let's just start giving them jobs. So if there's a farmer. I saw another one right over here. Where did you go? There you are. Turn you into a farmer. Let's find some to be a lumberjack. Also, while I'm here, let's see what the trader's deals are for the day. He's come and gone a few times. Let's see what he's got going on here. He is at the moment not accepting oak wood because we've sold him out of oak wood. So yeah, we need to focus more on birch, jungle, and spruce to get some of our emeralds back. That is okay. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Here's another nomad. You, sir, are now a lumberjack. Let's see. Where is another one? There's got to be another. I think this is one right here. Yep, there it is. Another lumberjack. So that is 4 nomads for the day. That's quite a bit, actually. And there's a 5th one. Yeah, okay. There you go. Let's do another lumberjack. There you go. 5 nomads in one day. That doesn't happen all too often. That's pretty cool. Well, we'll put the last 2 right up there. But yeah, we got 5 new workers, 5 new villagers. That's awesome. That is awesome. So hopefully we can use all those farmers and all those lumberjacks to try to get some of our emeralds back. Alrighty, this village is officially 105 emeralds in debt. Now, where is a good place to put that? Right here, 105. Wait, we'll put negative 105 emeralds. There we go. So now we know this village has taken 105 emeralds from me, and they're going to have to try to work to get that back, because if they don't, I'm going to be upset. And if I'm upset, bad things happen. So we do not want that. So this village is going to have to start working and getting some emeralds back to me. Now, we were talking about how they're not accepting oak logs at the moment. The trader is not accepting oak logs. So what we need to do is we need to go and smack down a birch sapling somewhere around here. I think right here is going to be a great place. At some point in time, this whole area is going to be a tree farm. So I'm not too worried about the grass. But there, we got a birch sapling down. Hopefully that's enough to get them going. Hopefully they actually pick up the saplings if they mine the tree. Since I am here as well, I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 jungle saplings, because I believe they can mine jungle trees. Now, with some of the other mods I have, they may grow a little funky, not necessarily grow like vanilla jungle trees. So that could be a problem. We'll just watch and see. I'll just kind of keep a close eye on them. I may have to do something a little more specific with these farms to make sure that we just get the vanilla trees and not the modded trees. Nonetheless, we got some jungle saplings and some birch saplings down. Let's see if they grow, and let's see if the villagers go and mine them. Alrighty, guys, I am back. I have done, well, not a whole lot more fencing, not a whole lot more with the roads, but I have been working with the farm, and you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of working with the train. I'm going to do slabs here so you can go up and down without destroying the crops. I got most of the water placed. I am missing a couple of slabs on top of water here and there. I was just kind of doing a lap to make sure I didn't miss any. But the problem is these iron hoes are just not doing the job. I think we're going to have to go back home and make an unbreakable hoe. And then that'll make this so much easier. I've already used like 4 hoes for this small little area. I haven't even actually tilled the ground. I've only been using it to count. So that kind of sucks. And we have a lot more to go. Like I said, I want to go all the way to that fence. And why wouldn't there be a blood moon, guys? I come back. I want to talk to you. We're being productive, and a blood moon spawns. Now, thankfully, we were planning on going home anyway. Not the biggest deal in the world, I guess. That definitely sucks. But all right, let's go back home. 3rd home. Thank goodness we have the experience levels. Otherwise, that could have been bad. But with that, we will wait out this blood moon. And then in the morning, we will try to craft an unbreakable tool. Alrighty, the blood moon is over. We have killed all of the zombies. We are now going to try to craft an unbreakable hoe. First things first, we got to figure out what actual tool that is. Actually, I think it's the page I left off on. Yeah, it's right here. So we just need a shovel head, an axe head, and then a stick, essentially. It's not called a stick. It's like a handle or something. But I think that's all stuff we have. Yeah, we sure do. Alrighty, I believe I have all of the material now to do this. Let me go ahead and put all of this back up here just to kind of clean out my inventory. I think I could put the paper up there as well. Let's go ahead and start by actually crafting the tool itself. Yeah, I do this every single time. I forget you have to click the actual tool. But alright, there we go. That should give us what we want. I think we're doing it right so far. I'm actually missing a gold block, and I don't have enough gold in there for it. I spent all day gathering materials. It's already almost night again. That's kind of crazy. I guess we'll come up here, sleep, and grab that gold block. Alrighty, to make sure I'm doing it right, because it has been a little while, I have all the pieces I need to emboss it. And if I hold shift here, you can see it has 4 modifiers. If I come over here and hold shift, it has 5 modifiers. So I did it right. We did it right in record time too. This might be the fastest I've ever made a tool and got it unbreakable. Look at that. We got our 5 reinforcements just like that as well. We can go ahead and throw that up there, and then just one at a time. That's reinforced 1, reinforced 2, 3, 4, unbreakable. And if I did it correctly, it tills the ground. We have an unbreakable hoe that also doubles as an axe, I believe. And a shovel. Yep, it doubles as an axe, shovel, and a hoe. Well, I mean, wait a minute. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it actually tills the ground into farmland. I thought it did the path there at first. I was a little nervous that I wasted all that time. But no, that's awesome. So we don't even need the axe and the shovel anymore. Honestly, it was kind of a waste to craft those, because instead of crafting those 2 tools, I could have just crafted this 1 tool and it would have pretty much done everything. But we'll go ahead and keep it. I think we'll put it in our backpack. We'll put all the axes and shovels in our backpack for now, just because I don't think they're going to be needed to be used. We have this awesome mattock. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but there we go. We got restocking food, and I think we are good to go. I was also thinking, like, I was doing a little bit of, just setting up everything and waiting out the blood moon, and I was looking at my inventory here. I'm going to go to the other village that is next to the village that we've been working at. I'm going to drop all those eggs off. Those eggs are for that village. It's going to be a bird sanctuary. But I just realized, like, there's no point in me holding on to them in a backpack. It's actually really pointless, to be honest with you. It's kind of dumb. I actually don't know if this mattock is used as a pickaxe yet, so let me wait before I put the pickaxe away. But I know for sure it can be used as a shovel, so we'll put the shovel up there. Or not a pickaxe, an axe. I think it is. I think it's an shovel axe. I don't think it's a pickaxe. Obviously, it doesn't have a pickaxe head, so yeah, we're going to keep that here. We can put this up here now that I think about it. But also, I'm going to drop some material off. I have some stuff I don't need in my inventory, and it's full. Alrighty, I dropped the stuff off. Guys, I have not forgotten about the food. We are going to switch our food up at some point. We just have gotten distracted, and it is not the top priority right now. But all right, let's head back to the Kiwi village. We should be good to go. We should be good to go. We got this brand new tool, which should help us out a ton in our quest to build a massive kiwi farm, which I am still embarrassed, by the way, that I didn't know kiwis grew on the ground. And I the whole time I thought they grew on a tree. No, they do not. They absolutely do not. And I am a fool. Is the best way to put that. But look at all the plants that have grown, man. They are expanding quickly. Look at this. Holy cow. I've seen a couple of kiwis drop. Let's be a little aggressive here too. I mean, there's a ton of plants. There are a ton. Is that good? We put 5 of these down and we have at least double that, I think. So we are doing good. How many kiwis did we get? Only 4 of them. Meanwhile, we're getting like 9 and 10, 11 pineapples. Kiwis just don't want to drop. That's okay, though. That is okay, because what I was in a rush for is it is almost summer. I was back home. Obviously, we're crafting all these new tools and stuff, but I was in a hurry because I know summer is approaching quickly, and kiwis on the ground there only grow in the summer. So I do not want to be away from this village at all in the summer. I feel like we just need to be here. If I have to AFK, I will. We need to be here at this village to get those kiwis to grow, because if we do not, it is going to be a long journey to get this kiwi farm fully functional. It's going to take a long time, man. I am telling you. So we're going to try our best to get it going as quickly as possible. And with that, I guess we're going to work on the farm a little bit longer, and I'll be back shortly. So I went and dropped the eggs off, and when I got over there to their Capitol building, whatever you want to call it, it immediately changed over to that being the active village. I come back here, and right as I get in front of this town hall, once again, bam, this is the active village. So I think it just depends which village town hall I am actually in front of, which works. If I know, hey, I go to the town hall, this village will become active. That's fine. I can live with that. That's cool. So I don't think there's any cause for concern. I don't think we have to move the town halls any further. Like I said earlier in the video, they are close, but they're not much closer than some of the other villages we found. I mean, like I said, these villages up here, I mean, these four are all crammed, packed right into, the same neighborhood essentially. So you could damn near throw rocks from one village to another up there. So it's not any closer than those. And those all work perfectly fine. So we'll just deal with it. I think we're good. We are making progress on the farm. Like I said, I dropped the eggs off, so I'll be back once we make a little more progress. Alrighty, we have made a little bit more progress, but the big one is I went ahead and destroyed the fireworks from the dungeon over there because where the fireworks is launched, it's in the way. But look at this. It must officially be summer. Yep, it's dead even because our plants are growing 66% of the way done. These plants are going to start growing and they're going to grow fast, which is awesome. I don't know what that means. There's a symbol of people above. Does that mean there's too many people? I actually do not know. Uh-oh. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I'm just going to sleep. I don't see or hear anyone taking damage. Obviously, it would tell me in the chat, so I'm just going to assume sleeping helped. I don't want to deal with that. We don't have a single guard, so it would be a 1v1. And the village isn't even protected enough to handle the normal mobs. Unless the Mega Torch prevented it. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that was a little spooky. I didn't even really finish emptying my inventory. Yeah, that's a little spooky, but that's okay. That's okay, I guess. He's not here. Yeah, I'm gonna take it as he's not here, so we are good to go. Oh! Oh, what the fuck is that? That's the thingy. I can't do damage to it? What it sounds like is only the villagers can attack him, which I guess makes sense. It sounds like iron golems and snow golems can too, but I don't know how much good they're gonna do. He's still here. Okay. I mean, could I do this? So I deactivated the village, so obviously the villagers are mad, but it seems to have like confused the necromancer. So I wonder, can like lava like do anything to him? Oh. Wow, okay. Actually, that was really easy. um okay. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what went on there. I knew there was like a boss for the Techtopia mod, and that was apparently him, which means we are going to have to build a military, not just any sort of military. We're going to have to build a good one that could go toe to toe with him. Add it to the list, man. Add it to the list. The Techtopia is a full-time mod. You cannot convince me otherwise, man. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we beat him. We beat him with lava. We didn't get any of the droppings. Supposedly he drops emeralds and stuff. Yeah, and he probably does. And I'm a little bummed that we didn't get any. But you know what? I cannot be bothered right now. Let's just be happy no villagers died. Because I feel like it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But all right, back to the farm, man. Uh-oh. Are they starving? Oh, no way the bard is starving. Crap. There's literally bread in here. Alrighty, so my village is low on food. I have spent a ton of time working on that farm, which I will show you. On the map, it really just doesn't do it justice, I don't think. I mean, you can see how much I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of terraforming and stuff, just trying to make the farm look good. We do have one finished kiwi plant there. I'm going to sleep the night away, and then I'm going to go home and get food because I'm shocked they didn't die. I feel like with that much damage, they should have died. I'm sure they have some sort of regeneration, but I'm sure it's slow. I actually do not know. So let's go home and get food. First, oh shit, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I was like, oh, I definitely went the wrong way there. Why is my game freaking out like that? I turned my mouse and let go, and because of the lag, I didn't turn my mouse and let go. Alrighty, we are back from home, and I went and grabbed quite a bit of food. Let's go ahead and throw it all up here. We got 2 stacks of bread, a stack of carrots. Yeah, stack of carrots because I have some carrots. I was gonna put the melons up there, but I may make a melon farm. Let's see if they can eat the melons. I'll put 1 melon up there. See if they take it or not. There was also some beds at home, so I figured I might as well grab some beds. I think we have enough bedding. I don't think they're hurting for it, but yeah, we have extra beds at home, so might as well bring it. It's not being used in a chest, so screw it. And one of these homes right here needed some beds. Yep, this is it. So there we go. That one doesn't have an item frame though, so that's not really going to do us a whole lot of good. But it has beds, so that's a step in the right direction. I'm curious, can they eat melons? Oh yeah, look at the line for the food, man. There's just a whole line for the food. They are devouring the carrots and the bread. They're not a big fan of the apples or the watermelons right now. That's okay. That is okay. They have quite a bit of wood. We need more birch wood. We need to get some birch trees going. We need our lumberjacks. I could start investing my own stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really want to. They're such temperamental little creatures, little assholes. So I'd hate to invest a ton of my own resources and just have them die on me right away. But we harvested our first kiwi. It's going to give us 2 more kiwis. Not a ton. Not a ton, to be fair. I'm going to work on the farm a little bit longer, but we are about to throw in the towel. There's just so much more that the village needs us to do, and our villagers are just starting to struggle, so we might as well call it while we're ahead and come back on a better day. We've made a ton of progress, though. You can see the amount of terraforming I've done. I'm getting all the slabs down. I'm getting all the water down. I'll finish up this layer here. I may expand this layer up there a little bit more. But then we will call it for the kiwi farm today. Of course, we're still going to harvest and replant the kiwi, but you can see how many plants I have versus the amount of tilled land there is. You know, it's not even close. So we're doing good. We're ahead of the curve here. Alrighty, we have completed this layer of the farm, the lowest level. It's going to expand up to this level, and you can already see I've kind of started it. It'll pop out here. I'm going to do everything south of this road. I told you in this village, you can see this fence. So the fence is right here, this little straight wooden looking line. It cuts right here. It'll go all the way this way. There's a slime island there, so I left it alone, and a hill, so I kind of left it alone. Another slime island there. But yeah, you can see we're going to kind of work on the southwest corner of the farm first. It's surrounding the dungeon. I made sure to block the dungeon off the best I can. The front door, which is still open, is right here. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but a creeper blew up in here when I was trying to patch it up. So I'd like to put an actual like iron door on there, and then maybe a gate here just to kind of keep the village safe. Because it is an active dungeon. We have not cleared that dungeon yet. Actually, we haven't even gone in it yet. So there are a lot of mobs down there. And if one were to sneak up here, it could do some damage. So we may have to go down there here at some point. That's good enough for the farm. Let's actually check the kiwis. Yeah, it looks like I think some of them are fully grown. I need a fence. I need a fence like right here. Let's go get a gate or something. Are any of them fully grown? Nope, 66%. So they are growing very, very slowly, which sucks. But I need to go craft some gates. We'll go ahead and put gates at a couple of different places I need them to be around the village. Probably sleep, because it is almost nighttime. We'll go ahead and check those crops up there once again. And then we're going to have to focus on the village. Let's get them trading a little bit better. Let's get them more material. Whoa, there's a heart in here. Whoa, we got a heart. I didn't think the villagers would be happy enough for a heart. That's really cool. I will show you guys what that heart does a little bit later. I'm probably not going to do it this episode, but no, that is cool. We have been wanting one of those, so good news. Man, I'm not very accurate with my crafting at all. Holy cow. That was a mess. But all right, let's get some gates down. Get a gate there. I think 6 is going to cut it for now. We're definitely going to need more in the future. Villagers can open gates. However, I don't think they're going to do it if there's nothing for them to go and do. So like right here, they can't leave, so these gates, they'll never open. They shouldn't ever open. I guess we'll see. Well, there you guys go. I got most of it. We'll get one more there. We got a ton of kiwis this time. 15 kiwis. I think that's more kiwis than we already have planted over here. So we're about to double our kiwi amount. And actually here, oh, we just got 4 more with that harvest. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. The kiwi farm is in progress. We are slowly but surely getting there. And this thing's going to run away really quickly. I mean, now that we got probably, what, 20, 30 plants down, we forget about them. We harvest all 20, 30. We get about a stack of kiwis. This farm's going to start growing very, very, very quickly, which is going to be awesome. There's a ton of work left to do. Like I said, I really want this whole southern portion of the village to just be a giant kiwi farm. It's going to be hours and hours and hours of work. Obviously, not all that's going to make the video. I'm going to cut most of it. But I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. What is going on? Is it because of that bird? This bird's been flying around, and I think it's been destroying my crops. I just noticed that there's all the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I just noticed there's all these holes, or I guess patches, where it's no longer tilled. I don't know if that's just a glitch, or if like when the bird lands, if it's destroying that. Either way, that is not good. We do not want that. I see another 2 here. Jeez, man. I think it was the bird. It did a ton of damage. One little bird did all that damage, so that's not good. That's not good at all, but glad we saw that and glad we got him. The kiwis aren't growing super duper fast, but the farm is absolutely growing. Let's work on the village now. So one of the big things with the village, I gotta offload my inventory first, but one of the big things with the village is emeralds. Emeralds, emeralds, emeralds. There's more villagers we need, there's more jobs, there's more structures, there's more everything. Realistically, there's probably hundreds, if not a couple thousand emeralds that still need to be spent in order to get this village to a state where it's completely self-sufficient, where I'm not even involved. I could AFK here for years, real life years, and the village would still be okay. It's going to cost a lot. That is my goal. I want to get a village to a place where it is completely self-sufficient. The problem is, I don't want to go in debt. I could probably mine the emeralds, do all that stuff, get them myself. But if the village dies, I'm left with nothing, and I'm going to feel like I got kicked in the nuts. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these guys absolutely work for it. And the best way to do that is let's get rid of all these oak trees for now. We can keep some of these oak trees, but we're going to get rid of a majority of them, and we're going to replace them with birch and maybe jungle. I did plant a jungle tree over here. I no longer see it, so I'm not entirely sure where it went. But essentially what the villagers do is when they mine a tree, they just replant the same sapling that they mined back down. And since everything over here is oak, they're just harvesting a ton of oak. Now the problem is we've already traded oak with the trader quite a bit, so he's not really interested in oak, so we can't get any emeralds for the oak wood. So we're going to switch it up on him. We're going to try to get some birch. I do have one birch here. Oh, there it is. There's the jungle tree there. Nice. And I could keep some of these oak trees here. I absolutely could. I think I could go to the villagers and actually select what type of wood I want them to mine. And I could check that real quick. But nonetheless, I need to make room for some more birch trees. Is what I was trying to get at. Or jungle. I mean, we could do jungle as well. I am a little concerned when it comes to jungle trees because they can grow a little funky. And I don't know how that's going to work. Here's a lumberjack here, so let's click on him. How are we looking? Yeah, so right here, you can actually change what you want him to do. So we could just turn oak off. We'll do that with like 2 or 3 of them. I should have about 4 or 5 lumberjack. Like, here's some lumberjacks as well. Yep, let's just turn that off. Is that this one I just did? No, it's not. Turn it off there. And then this is one right here. And we'll turn oak off as well. I don't want them to completely stop oak, because if there are no other trees out there for them to mine, I would like for them to go get oak, at least do something instead of sitting around doing nothing. And so that's kind of the goal here. Mine that tree because it's a little out of place. Have 2 jungle trees there and a birch tree. Now the problem is that's the only birch tree that I am aware of. I I don't know. Maybe I should click on some of them. Are they just? Oh my God, they're just hoarding the birch saplings. That's kind of the problem. They're not putting extra saplings down. Normally they get to a point where they have enough saplings, so they put the extra in the chest, but they're just not doing that right now. And yeah, 16 birch saplings, 7 birch saplings. Jeez, man. These guys are being hoarders. Now you can see we once again have a ton of oak wood. Anytime it's in green, I know I've said this a bunch, but anytime the writing is in green, it means the villagers obtained it. White means I obtained it. So the villagers have gotten all this wood. Now the problem is, like I just said, the trader will not take oak wood. We've already traded a ton of oak wood. So we needed to start trading other material. And it's going to have to be birch wood and jungle wood. I should have some more jungle saplings. So we'll plant a couple more of those as well. While we're messing with trees, let's go ahead and jump over to here because they've been mining a ton of wood over here on this side of the river. And the jungle, or not the jungle, sorry, the forest over here is just absolutely decimated. There are trees without leaves. There are leaves without trunks. There are trees growing into each other. It's just a mess over here. There's saplings all over the place, and they're just, yeah, that's a little too close for my liking. So let's knock down a few of these saplings. Yeah, that's just overkill. That is just overkill. This is out of the village, actually. These guys can't even reach these trees. So let's do this. Let's just knock them down. I'm going to make this lava pit the border between the 2 villages anyway. So we're going to have to clear this forest out anyway one day, regardless. So let's just go ahead and knock all of these down, get all the saplings and whatnot. And since these birch trees are out of the village and they are actually non-functioning, we'll just move all the saplings into the village. And then that'll make it a lot better. There we go. Now we got 10 birch saplings. That's quite a bit. That's awesome. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, well, now we got to eat. I just used all my hunger. Oops. But now that we have more birch saplings, let's run back into the village. Let's actually move it away from that border wall just a little bit further. And we're going to replace some of these oak saplings with birch. Just in hopes that these guys mainly focus on birch moving forward. Alright, I didn't get rid of all the oak, but we put all 10 birch saplings down, and we did get rid of quite a bit of the oak saplings, just in hope. So we want them to focus on birch, so let's try to push them to do that. We should be getting a full stack of birch here shortly. I'm going to try to wait until we have about 5 or 6 stacks of birch to trade with the trader, just because I want to do it all at the same time and exhaust the option. I feel like if you only trade 1 stack a day, it just kind of screws up his deals, and you kind of get scammed. I feel like he scams you if you don't trade in bulk. So it's going to be a little while before we can do that. Thinking about it, it is. Oh, I see him actually. He's right there. I was going to say it's the middle of the day, so he should be here, and he is actually right in front of me, walking away like he always is. Whenever I want to talk to him, he's never here, which always sucks. All right, man. Let's see what you got. So we've been focusing on the wood. That is a big one. So we could do spruce, but we're working on jungle and birch right now. The other big one is going to have to be potatoes and wheat. We could get some farms going. We got carrots, potatoes, wheat, and beets. We could probably get all 4 of those going. There's just not enough miners right now that I think we'll be able to realistically trade with them, unfortunately. So that kind of stinks. Look how many wood tools they threw into here. Holy cow, that is insane. While I was walking through, I did notice that one of my miners is out of torches, and I am a man of torches, so I'm going to try to supply them the best I can. We're going to give them 16 torches. Is it not a ton? I know, but I'm going to need some torches for myself and for the village, so there is that. These guys are happy for some reason. What is going on here? Now, just sitting here and thinking about it, right? The village has had a food problem. I've gone back home and got them food several times. But they're eating the potatoes pretty much as fast as they harvest them, and that's why I have not seen any potatoes in the chest. And unfortunately, they're still eating raw potatoes. They don't have a chef or anyone to go and cook them. So that's on the agenda. But potatoes are going to not be a trade plant, unfortunately. I think potatoes, carrots, and beets, you're going to eat raw until they become self-sufficient. However, because the crafting recipe for wheat has changed, they are unable to craft bread. They don't know how to use a cooking for Blockhead's Kitchen. So that means wheat is going to be a tradable object. I want to first off make sure that their potato farm is good to go, because I don't want them to starve. And I know we got a ton of potato seeds when we were mining all that grass. So let's go ahead and plant as many potato seeds as we can. Let's expand this potato farm as much as we can right now. And then let's find a place to make a wheat farm. I feel like that is going to help the villagers out big time. There we go. Got all of our potatoes down. Are there any more fully grown ones? No, not that I can tell. Cool. Well, I'm going to smack the ground right there. I was going to build this road to follow the river here, and then I was going to have the farm kind of mimic it. I'm not explaining it the best way possible. You know what? There's a lot that I want to do right now, but I am going to start a new project here. I'm actually going to build like a little wall along the river here. I guess a little, I don't know if you want to call it a levee or what, but essentially it's going to be a wall that goes along the river, and then I'm going to build a road that parallels it essentially. That might not be good. I kind of forgot about weather, and if a tornado or hurricane hits here, the village may get rolled, and they don't really have the concept of understanding weather, so they're just going to get picked up and thrown, which is not ideal. I am pretty much where I wanted to be with this road, though, for now. What I was trying to say, I don't know if I did a good job of explaining it or not. I didn't do the greatest job at building it either, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just going to be a road that goes along the river here. I wish I kind of left a grass block between the actual wall and the road, because since it's andesite and cobblestone, it looks the same. But the good news is the fence should keep the villagers in, so they shouldn't fall into the river. I'm not too terribly concerned about the road right now. It doesn't really increase their production, trade, or anything. It's just kind of for look, so we'll go ahead and leave it like that. But what I was going to do is expand this potato farm into this direction, like so. So I moved the cobblestone right there. Whoops, yeah, misclick. Put it right there, and then we can put all of this right here like so. Yeah, as of right now, I just see the lightning and hear the thunder. The clouds aren't moving in a scary way yet, so this means we could be okay. I'm going to keep rushing as much as I can to get this potato farm expanded. Not that it's going to help with the storm in any way, shape, or form, but I'm not going to let a little bit of weather scare me off. I think what I'm going to do, and I'm just planning for later, I think I'm just going to build the village's border right here, so I don't have to, like, I don't know, cut straight across right in here or something, so I don't do too much damage to this biome, because it is a really pretty biome. I like it. I don't want to build a, I'll probably build a fence or something over there, just keep mobs further away, but I don't want to build anything, any farms. I don't want to tear this down. It's a very pretty flower biome. Yeah, like right here, we'll just cut it straight that way. It'll hook into that fence there, and then that'll be the edge of the village. Obviously, I'm going to have to cut out a chunk of this biome, a small chunk, but nonetheless, it won't be nearly as much damage as the other thing that I'd want to do. Alrighty, I kind of finished up what I wanted to do here. So I've preserved most of this biome. I have this fence going all the way right here, connected into the road that connects into our big-ass kiwi farm down there. So we do have a good chunk of the village boxed in. Not all of it. I need to make gates, of course, and obviously this fence has to go and connect to the fence right there. Which may work out, though, because if I continue it straight that direction, the village goes on for a little bit further, like its borders. However, this terrain over here is kind of shitty. It's not bad. It's just not as even as the rest of the grassy land over here. So it may just be wiser to just cut it straight across. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to turn this into kiwi or some sort of farm and use the full potential of the village's borders. But I accidentally kind of stopped that fence right where I stopped that one. So it's a sign telling me to, hey, this is all going to be kiwi anyway. That's a lot of kiwi. I mean, you harvest that once, you could probably eat kiwis for the next year. Be fine. So I think that's going to be the plan. I think that's what we'll do. And you know what? I'm at about 6 or 7 hours, maybe even 8 hours of recording for this episode. I've done it in 2 parts, and I've been thinking here, hey, maybe a 3-parter, because I have to go do some stuff and then come back and try to record part 3. But I'm almost thinking, let's just call this an episode. I know it wasn't super duper spectacular, but we did a lot. It doesn't feel like we did a lot, but we really did a lot. We're starting to switch our village over to other trees than just oak. We got birch and jungle going. We did quite a bit with the kiwis. Not only did we get the kiwis actually going, we found kiwis in this episode, which after 7-8 hours, it doesn't feel like it was this episode, but it was somehow. You know, not only did we find kiwis, but we got an actual kiwi farm going, and not just any kiwi farm. We have a ton of land that is already tilled and ready to go. And I'm harvesting our kiwi farm one last time before the episode ends here. And you can just see how fast this farm is going to expand. So next episode, definitely expect us to fill in a good chunk of this. There's a bird somewhere because it's still knocking out parts of it. But yeah, this thing right here is awesome, man. I could probably mine all of these and we will have 1,000 kiwi. Not really, we won't have that many, but we're doing a great job. We made a ton of progress with the village as well. We did a lot of roads, we did a lot of borders and all that good stuff. We're going to focus on not only expanding the kiwi farm next episode, but next episode is the episode we are going to finally finish up the wall that goes all the way around the village, and then maybe a second external wall that'll kind of keep some other mobs out, maybe light it up or something out there. I don't know, we'll have to figure out a game plan for that. But like right here, there's no way mobs could cross this river, so like we're good here, you know. And you know, over there we'll have fence gates and stuff. But a blood moon is when shit gets serious, and that's more what I am worried about. We'll have to build a bridge across here, and then probably a really good wall that connects right here into over here. I'll pull up the map one more time, and you can see just how much of the wall we have done. Starting right here, you can see I ended the wall here because I hit that water patch there, but it goes to the edge, goes all the way up, kind of goes around that lake or pond, whatever you want to call it. Here's our road, continues north, hits that corner, continues all the way over to right here, and if I zoom down, just straight down, you can see that's almost where I left off. I left off right here. It actually come out to about here, but that's fine. I mean, I could fix that. That's no big deal. And then we have this wall here that goes all the way down and protects a good chunk of the river. So we really only have from here to right here where I'm standing, this small little area to do. And then we really only have from this road straight north to do. That's pretty much it. I mean, the wall has definitely got to be 3/4 of the way done now, which is awesome. That is awesome. So the wall's almost there. You can see how fast this kiwi farm is expanding. I mean, yes, it's a little grindy. I'll absolutely agree to that, but it's not hard. It's just time consuming. And I mean, for you guys, I cut it. So it's not even a factor for you guys, which is nice. It's just me. I just have to find the time to actually put in the work. But I mean, we've done quite a bit. There's a few more houses I want to build, rebuild. And then obviously, I kind of mentioned it, trading. We got to trade. We have to trade. We need emeralds back. I could go a little bit more in debt. I was talking about it. I think it was this episode. I think it was part 1. Like I said, I'm doing this 2 different days, 2 different parts, and then mashing it together for one episode. But I think part 1, we discovered that we're a little over 100 emeralds in debt to this village. Or this village is a little over 100 emeralds in debt to us. We have come out of pocket a little over 100 emeralds. And so I would like to get some of that back, because you saw the necromancer spawned, and we are I can't fight him. I thought I could, but no, the villagers have to fight him, and we don't have a single guard, so they can't fight him. So something stupid like that, where the necromancer spawns, wipes out the entire village, I'm out a couple hundred emeralds. I don't want that, so we need this village to start producing emeralds for us, and we are on the right path. We really, really are. I feel like I didn't talk a whole lot this episode. I feel like it wasn't the most entertaining, but we did accomplish a lot. I really like the idea of this whole Kiwi village battle thing. And this is only the first of 2 villages, mind you. This is the Kiwi, the fruit village. Down here, we're going to do Kiwi, the bird village, which I don't think will be as hard. Obviously, we're going to redo the village, make it easy to walk through and protect it, walls, borders, and all that stuff. But then I just have to build a bunch of bird sanctuaries, or like bird building. I don't know. I don't think it'll be that hard. We'll just have a lot of birds down there. And I think that'll be okay. Probably a big bird building for the bird sanctuary. I don't want the birds to be loose, because we've seen how annoying and painful the birds are when they're loose here in our farms. So yeah, maybe we'll have to build a building down there. But I don't think that village will be nearly as difficult. But with that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this episode wasn't too short or too long. I really don't know. I'm at about 6 or 7 hours of recording. But obviously I have to go and cut that all up, take out all the boring, grindy parts. So I don't know what it actually is right now. But with that, man, I hope you guys enjoy the series. I really love this whole Kiwi thing we're doing. I think it's awesome. We're finally building and messing with the Techtopia mod. And there's a little bit of lore to it. I think this is cute, where we get the 2 villages that hate each other. It's a neat little idea. I like that. I think that's really cool. So that is awesome. But with that, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I got some stuff to do, and I will catch you all in the next one.